Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is JGOD. In today's video we're going to talk about how to break Black Ops 4. I actually went into a few of these details in my previous video, but I want to go ahead and reiterate now that we have all the playlists in front of us and we can actually play real life matches. I went ahead and played about 5-6 different matches this morning, and from playing those few matches solo, I was able to figure out a few different strategies to maximize my time and improve my KD. Like I mentioned in that previous video, the key is going to be to run that ComSec device, and either you or someone on your team needs to be running Crash. One issue that I ran into while playing solo is none of my teammates would call in UAVs, so I don't know if they just had the higher tier streaks, but regardless, they were not calling them in. So after I made an adjustment and made sure that I had the UAV, it made it much easier to actually cycle those streaks. And just a heads up, what you're watching in the background is how long it took me to get that first gunship after I started a match. So to give you a little information on this match is I started in late, I got 3 kills and ended up dying, but I was able to get that UAV, which allowed me to start this streak that you're watching right now, which only took about 67 seconds, which you're going to see on the screen. And I'm not saying 67 seconds is incredibly impressive, because I'm sure plenty of people are going to get it a lot faster than I just did, but that was just a demonstration of how long it'll take. So even if you play a little bit slower, you still have plenty of time in the match, especially since the score is going to go all the way up to 100 instead of the normal 75 that TDM is set at. So the streaks you're watching now are the UAV, the strike team, and the gunship. You could probably obviously switch those up depending on what you're comfortable with, but that's what I decided to go with. I'd probably change up the strike team in the future, just because a lot of times if you get into a lobby with someone using the Titan double FMJ, they're just going to shoot that down right out of the sky before the strike team even lands. It's kind of one of those trial and error things. You feel like you're in a lobby with one of those types of players that sits in the corner, shoots stuff down, and they go barely positive, you're going to want to make sure you switch that up. Another obstacle I started running into is a lot of the enemy players I went up against had the UAV and counter UAV, and that is an issue, especially if you need that map awareness. So a couple perks I'd recommend using are the TAC mask, so you can counter that counter UAV, and then also make sure that you're using Ghost so that while you move around, they're not going to know exactly where you're at. So you'll at least be able to chain up to that UAV, which will cycle you up to that gunship or whatever other streak you're going to run. So what you're watching right now is a little bit of contraband gameplay, and I go 46-1, and my only death is a result of being in a gunship. So if you're trying to go for that high kills and maybe you don't want to step away to end that streak, I would highly recommend using something other than that gunship. You just want the extra kills. It really depends on the map. If you end up on Hacienda, not a great map for the gunship, so you're definitely going to want to change that up. So again, I haven't done anything spectacular. I'm playing smart, watching where my teammates are because I want some easy kills. At the end of the day, that's all you really need, is to chain a few kills together. So all I'm going to do is play as safe as possible. I'm just peeking this area. I know there's going to be a guy that pops out. He ends up jumping out the other side. And then I go ahead and peek around this corner. It looks like there's enemies coming around. I can see that the teammate's just ahead of me holding that angle, and I jump out at the perfect time, try and get a couple easy kills. And now I have my gunship. So you can see how easy that was. And keep in mind that I was just playing smart. I don't think I was necessarily camping, holding up in one spot. I wouldn't necessarily advocate camping, but if that's the only way you're going to get your streaks, go ahead and go for it. This is the time to do it. People might get a little bit mad, but at the end of the day, you're going to be able to get some of those challenges done. If you've never gotten that gunship, you're going to be able to get a little bit higher KD. And if you play aggressively, you can get a higher score per minute, especially since you're getting 150 per kill. Then you're going to see me chain together another few set of kills. And then while I'm in that second gunship, that's when I get gunned down. So for anyone out there that has had a chance to play this mode, what is your perspective on it so far? If you had a good experience, bad experience, let me know down in the comments section below. Also, if there's any other tips that you think could benefit other players, go ahead and make sure you leave that in the comment section as well. And if you enjoyed the video or found it helpful in any way, please remember to hit that like button. I'd really appreciate that. And then if you are brand new to the channel, I typically cover Call of Duty news, in-game updates, best class setups, subscriber breakdowns, as well as other tip and trick videos on how to improve at Call of Duty. If you want to find your way back to the channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button with notifications on so you can find your way back. Appreciate all the support. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.